Okay, well, here is a great line that we can remember. Do not forget to check the emotional backpack as your child heads back to school.
Yeah, this can be a pretty stressful time of year. And, it's not uncommon for many kids to experience anxiety, stress, and depression. But how do you know when it's serious enough to reach out for help? Well, senior health correspondent Monica Robbins is here now to give us some tips.
Last week we reported that 3 major medical organizations are calling for more pediatric mental health resources in hospitals because so many kids were showing up in ERs in crisis. So if you're noticing your child, especially your younger one, frequently complaining about stomach aches, headaches, nausea, or diarrhea, don't rule out a mental health issue because that's often how they present physically in younger kids. Also, behavioral changes, moodiness, anger, anything out of normal should warrant not only a conversation with your child, but you might want to reach out to the pediatrician too. And don't forget, your child's school is also a resource.
It's actually a state mandate now that schools have mental health services in them. And as a parent, I didn't know about this. Only professionally did I find this out. But schools have a mandate to help with mental health and health as part of the education. And they're mandated to help educate kids about mental health.
Dr. Osterman says, don't ask your kids, how was your day? Engage them. Ask them to explain the best and worst parts of their day. Get them talking. Make sure they understand that it's safe for them to share their feelings with you. And the good thing is that kids are far more savvy to mental health concerns than perhaps even their parents might be. One more tip, make sure your kids are getting enough sleep. Lack of sleep can also increase feelings of depression, anxiety, stress, and aggression. Shut down the phones, the TVs, the computers at least an hour before bedtime, and that includes you, parents, as well. And Lena's over here giggling as I say that. You both have daughters,
right?
Yeah. And that's a big concern right now among daughters because there was a study, 75% of teen girls said they felt sad or hopeless at some point. How do you deal?
Yeah, social media is the big concern.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, when they see what their friends are doing, maybe they feel like they're being left out. I mean, I chuckle with the lack of sleep because it's a struggle trying to make sure they get to bed on time. So louder, Monica, for the people in the back.
So practice what you preach. Yes. Maybe that's a good start too. I say that I never do that either. So
when my kids were little, and we always sat around and had dinner together, and we played the high and low game. What was your high today? What was your low today?
Oh.
And that kind of established, if you have young kids, that kind of established those conversations. And so sometimes I feel like it's a little bit easier. And you are right. These kids know. I mean, my kids, when we were in Atlanta, knew a lot of kids who were on medication. And I think a lot of this is just carryover from the pandemic.
Yeah, kids are a lot smarter than we give them credit for.
Yeah.
That's true.
Thanks, Monica.
Thanks, Mon.